What's up, y'all? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen Mentality. Be sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when we have all of our tea talks. And if you're interested in any of our extended tea talks and anything else that we have going on behind the scenes, we invite you to come over to our warrior community that is located on Patreon. We'll love to have you. I hope all y'all doing well. Ooh, you look nice. Look. Ow! Yes, happy Easter to everyone that celebrates. As y'all can see, I got my little, my little get up on, so I'm not gonna tarry too long. I got things to do. It's gonna be nice outside. As y'all can see, I'm taking advantage of this natural light that's coming through my office because I do not feel like putting on all these lights knowing I'm about to go out into the sunlight. Okay, so get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that y'all sipping on, get it and bring it close, okay? Now, I know I have been MIA. I've been enjoying life. I've been taking like enjoyment into like different things now, y'all. I brought me a pair of roller skates. I haven't roller skate since I was like maybe in my teenage years, maybe like 8 or 9, but if it's anything like getting on a bike and riding that, which I got to, I'll be just fine. You always want to do something different so that way, you can still find entertainment, light, and love, and happiness, and peace, and whatever it is that you're trying to do, so I encourage you to do that. Also, if you have not went over to my cooking channel, Cooking with Stella, that is now up and running. I've had a couple of different platforms be interested in featuring Stella Bistro Foods, which is my manufacturing and food distribution company. So that has been keeping me busy, y'all. I'm just going to be straight up honest about it. Like, that's been keeping me busy. So we have been doing our book club meeting and everything like that in our warrior community. Just keep in mind that, like, I'm editing and filming for 3 different channels now, on top of regular day-to-day, on top of taking care of a whole household plus a pet child. So, and I'm traveling for work now because I have retailers for Stella. So it's a lot going on. I'm just thankful that, look, preparing is everything. You hear me? Preparing is everything. And with preparing, when I was in school, those 2 years getting my degree in arts, I was able to just, figure out a way to time manage all that stuff. Like, it's crazy what happens when you just focus. Just focus. See, phone's ringing. And I love it when my phone rings because typically these days, it ain't text messages from people. It's them saying like, hey, you have a transaction. So every time you turn around, it's like, life is full. Life is full. So life is good. Life is blessed. So life is full. And then I have a couple of different art projects and everything else going on with what I'm doing. So don't think just because, like, you only get 2 videos a week, I'm not busy. You feel me? Like, it takes a lot. And mind you, I do everything for the most part single-handedly. So I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. So it is what it is. But nonetheless, like I said, get your water, get your wine. I'm not about to sit here and tarry too long. This tea talk actually goes with everything that I just said. Like, it's just like, sometimes you can do so much, and you can do it with so much grace that people may feel as if, like, you don't mess up, or you don't feel as if, like, how they are praising you is how you should be considered. I'm like that. Like I said, I do everything, y'all. Allergies is crazy right now. The y'all out here got me stuttering. The seasons is changing. So is my voice. But let me tell y'all something. Side note. I'm going to find the link and I'm going to put it in my description box down below. the best thing y'all can do is get an allergy pill and get y'all a humidifier for your house, and get y'all some aloe vera plants. Aloe vera plants are indoor plants. They clean the air, as well as you're able to use the aloe vera in the leaves and everything for like a deep conditioner for your hair, scars, wounds, you name it. So just putting that out there. And like I said, I'm gonna find the link and try to put it down below for some of y'all. But I'm not really big on having big clunky appliances. I like things that are compact. So I found a compact humidifier for less than $20. And when I tell you, at night, it has like this nightfall aura to it. Oh, it's just so peaceful. Literally, I could fill it up with water once a week and just forget about it. I love it. So I just turned it back on. So I guess it hasn't fully hit me yet that my air purifier is back on because I cleaned it. But just want to put that out there. Anyhow, like I was saying, you know, people will feel as if like you are Amazon almost. And like I said, sometimes I feel that way myself. It's just like I do a lot because, you know, other than me being motivated, I'm passionate. I'm very ambitious. I'm very determined. And I have my own reasons and secrets as to why I am so determined. And on the outside looking in, I look hungry. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, have you ever seen somebody who is just like adamant, just like, I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think a person like that is just like someone you will want to, you know, idolize, because they get things done. Like how they move and how they switch positions from mentally thinking it through to manifest it, then to channel their energy to keep them on a straight and narrow where they're able to get all of what they were saying accomplished. You will want to idolize people like that. Even then, hell, I can go run on here and say it like this. There's some folks out here like Derrick Jackson. People be out here like, oh my God. Now, I'm not going to sit here and wail or lie. I used to watch a lot of his videos because indeed, still with what happens in the universe and life and whoever spiritually guides you, some of what he said does make sense. Now, do I condone the narcissism? Hell no. At the end of the day, it is what it's going to be. Thankfully for me, I'm not in the narcissistic abuse cycle no longer. So I can only imagine what it's like for her to sit there and watch people idolize someone who's a hypocrite to her. Anyhow, back on subject, but it still brings me to the example and it brings me to the topic. Okay, I said this a couple of years back on my radio show that I had, and I made it very clear when I was in the midst of touring for my memoir, The Black Sheep Shadow. I made sure I put it out there. It's just like, you can read my story, you can read about my life, and you can learn from it, and you can fix what you can. But let me tell you something though. There's a difference between you being able to fix things and not being able to. And that goes to show you that I would rather be someone that is considered as a mindful model than an idolized model any day. Now, I know you looking at me like, what the hell? It's all the same. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because see, if you can be mindful about what you're doing and the actions you are displaying, meaning not so much of the fact of you can care about what anybody else has to say about you, but it's just for the fact of you walk in that king and that queen and that empress and that chariot energy where you just like, yo, like nothing's going to take me out of my character. I don't give a fuck of who you are, point blank period. It's like, understand that when you're mindful, you already are aware of your behaviors. You are already aware of the cause and effect of things. You are aware of proactive and reacting. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when you're mindful, you can afford damage control. Because if you're always in control 99.9% of the time, and then that little old remaining percent is sitting there and everyone's flabbergasted, or you tripped and fell and you forgot a lesson, you should be able to pick yourself back up and be like, hey, it happens, but that does not mean you're broken to a point where you can't get back up and continue to go forth. That goes for people, places, and things, bitch. I mean that from my bottom of my heart. It's just like, you can be mindful. It's better for you to be mindful when it comes down to, partnerships, business, all of that. Because even though, like, this is what I had to learn. I have a friend that worked for Pepsi, right? And so he taught me a couple different things about how people and companies are able to dominate the market in the grocery stores. So when you have you see certain brands set up a certain way, and you see how they get more attention from other brands and focus on theirs, okay, well, that's you leading the way into the market, okay? Now, mind you, I may be someone who is inspiring or influencing to do the same. But when you get into, you get into the lines in the eyes of people who really clock what they see in sight, when you get behind what it is that they have to do to stay in the limelight and to stay having everything focused on them, like, it's hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's times where you, like, for instance, for me, there's times when I can literally deal with a retailer and I'm looking at everything, okay, it's great, but the paperwork is extensive, okay? That's because they take things seriously. When they take things seriously, they want to know what they're giving to their clientele, to their consumers. They want to know what they're advertising. They want to know what they're being part of. They want to know what's being promoted, what's being influenced. Everything has a cause and relation campaign attached to it. Cause and effect plan attached to it. And so being mindful is the same way. It may feel like it's a lot of paperwork, it's a lot to keep up with yourself, to keep yourself in check. But baby boy, baby girl, when it's time for you to flourish, when it's time for you to get your blessings, when it's time for you to be like, you know what, everybody fucks up. Any other time, I'm good. So that just goes to show you, maybe I just need to sleep more on that day. Maybe, I just won't having a good day, but we all have good and bad days. I did a video on that. Are you okay? Are you okay? It's cool. Ask yourself that. You can ask yourself that and you can answer it. You're very mindful and you're very aware. Now, when we get to this idolizing, child, when we idolize, we fail ourselves. Because when you realize how naive, you can either choose to stay or refuse to be, that's when the upsetting happens internally. Because we put too many, we just put too many facts and possibilities on one person, not understanding that possibilities are still just guesses. You feel me? So if you can put that much possibility into anybody, please let it be yourself. Please. Okay? Because see, when you're mindful of yourself, you have a chance to choose what you want to deal with and allow in your personal space. When you want to idolize somebody, what happens when you idolize somebody? You got fans and you have no privacy. You feel me? You have no privacy. So which one would you prefer? If I want my peace, if the bottom line in between both of them is you trying to find peace and being mindful and peace and being idolized, you can go ahead and throw that peace and idolization up out of the window, because there is none. There is none. Once you put yourself on that pedestal to the highest level of entitlement, I'm trying to tell you, the worst person you can go up against is someone trying to tell you about yourself, and you give them that mind full of confidence that they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't walk around here with puppets and strings, so why should you? Why should you want to? No, like, you were brought into this world, probably solo, and that's how you gonna leave. Point blank, period. So at the end of the day, like, please don't idolize me. Please don't idolize me, because understand, I cuss and fuss at times like everybody else. I burn a dish or two like everybody else. I may skip something, one or two, like everybody else. But you know, when I'm able to know how to bounce back and flex back and handle my responsibilities, those little moments where I seem to be slowing down, that's all because, you know what? Everybody has a body and everybody needs sleep. Everybody needs rest. So, you know, it's not always about material. It needs to be about your mental too. We about to be out here, everybody ass cheeks about to be hanging out. Everybody attitude about to be on stank. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully just the attitude and nothing else. So, you know, let's just keep this going. You know, be mindful of what you advertise, because my grandma used to always say, be careful what you say and be careful what you advertise, because someday somebody's going to answer it. You don't know who it's going to be, but if you out here knowing that, you know, people do look with mean and cruel intentions at people, don't be out here showing all your ass and shaking it. You know what I'm saying? Don't put that advertisement out. People are not caring anymore. They're doing what they need to be able to survive. Fuck living, to survive. Okay? So be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of who you talk to. Be mindful of your energy. All right, don't continue. We talked about this in our book club. Okay, when it comes down to idolizing, like I said before, it has a connection to entitlement, and someone who's entitled feels like it's always versus someone who's self-entitled and they're about growing. Mindfulness comes with growing and anti-entitlement. You feel me? You being or wanting to be idolized, this is why I say again, I say it to my youth group, be mindful about your surroundings. Do not idolize them. Just because you're at the park and y'all playing a little basketball game, don't be in shock and focus of how many people are watching you. You need to be mindful of your surroundings, because though they're watching you, you don't know their intentions. So you have to be aware of your body. And you got to be aware of where you're at. Okay? Because you got to understand, people seeing people living freely and happily, those are the main ones who always go under attack first, because they're off guard. Be mindful. Telling you what I know now. Telling you what I know. So use it as you please. I just thought that was a really good tea talk to bring to y'all. Be sure that y'all head over to our warrior community. We will be doing our review for our unboxing for our hair infinity. I'm loving it. I need to get another bottle of the hair capsules because it's like only a 30-day supply. But anyhow, I'm finally getting to that, to post that up. I did post the preview, so I'm going to try to get through that this weekend. And also, we will be finishing up the book that we have in the midst of us reading in our book club before we start our new book. So super excited. So y'all be sure to head over there. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And until the next time we tea talk, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.
The depths of the media sees no evil. Buildings crash in 9/11, no sake for the people. Children take to everything, others willing to feel anything just to say they were there. boyfriends, girlfriends, husbands, wives, domestic violence. Do you care? When the curtains close, your head hangs low. You're wishing someone was there. Just turn to me for relief. I know how you feel. I am you. You are me. We share symptoms of the black sheep. Aren't you aware?
This image, I remember howling winds, nights trying to hustle to 10 degrees, ash on my knuckles. Coke in my long john, sipping on the brisk. A tall glass, nigga, please, who get a sip of this? Coke in my long john, slave to the sin. Call me young coke there if the cops try to frisk. I may get a grip, I may get a grip. I'm man slapping 20s, lobster tails and some shrimp. I used to bump Wayne all day as a pimp, now I'm past Wayne, Drake and going in.